Hi guys, it's the Ginger. I hope you're all having a happy Wednesday. I'm back with another build video because it's an excuse to take my retainers off. I've been instructed to wear them 24/7 for like a month. So that my teeth go back to the way they were when I got my braces off. So word to the wise, wear your retainers after you get your braces off so you don't have to do what I'm doing. So right now we are flipping Crick Cabana in Willow Creek. I did my black and white exterior as always. I think because I just assumed, I was like, I didn't really like the Daisy hovel flip. I'll just redo it. I'll just replace it with this one so I can get away with it. And then I posted it anyway. So black and white back to back. So it's gonna have a lot of the same exterior, black and white. I used the same door and windows because I really love the door. I have tried to flip this house in the past just for fun and had a really hard time with it because of that weird, like the kitchen is so small and wonky shaped, and then there was that weird, I hated that it just went from the living room and the kitchen directly into the bedroom. That's really weird, so I fixed it. I put a wall there, and then I really had no other plan for this house, so I just kind of started with the bathroom. Again, I did the black and white. I tried to stay really modern because with Daisy Hovel, I just, the interior and the exterior did not match at all. So this time I tried to at least have them coordinate. And I took that theme to the rest of the house. So it's a very modern. I don't know if monochromatic is the right word, but limited color palette. So the bathroom was super small. There you go. It's done. And then I made it a small house. I made it a tiny house because I like doing that. I think it's a challenge. Like if you're gonna have that small of a kitchen combined with your living room, it might as well be a tiny house. You might as well get the perks. So I made the bedroom a little smaller. Also, you know, it had no influence on the build at all, but I remember when I tried to flip it previously, and it took me a hot minute to try and figure out what to put in the bedroom. So that might be half the reason why I made it smaller, to make my life easier. So then I moved on to the kitchen because I knew that it was going to drive me crazy. But I fight with it, but not too much. I tried to keep it in the original layout where they have the kitchen, because that little nook in front is used as like a place for the dining table. But I ended up scratching that, and I fought with the colors of the cabinets and the appliances for a little bit. I used to have custom content counters, and a lot of the times when I go to make kitchens or bathrooms, I go to use those counters and they're not there anymore because I got rid of them. My Sims was glitching this one time, and I didn't know what the problem was, so I just got rid of like the majority of my custom content. I used to have a lot more than I have. So I think I might go find them again because they were really pretty cabinets, and it makes me sad every time I go to make a build and I only have the base game cabinets. Here really was the evolution of the change of layout. I remembered that Seasons gives you a couch that just fits so nicely in that little nook. I've always wanted like a window seat my whole life, and that just fits so perfectly. I had to do it, so I flipped it, and I ended up liking the kitchen a lot better once I'd flipped it, and then I had more options for the living room because I didn't have to worry about it backing up into the front door. And then because of the seat that I put down, I liked the yellow color, so the living room kitchen area is kind of a black and white theme with a pop of yellow. So I tried to get the furniture in the rest of the room to match, and I just I stopped and played with a lot of the decorations. I tried to just finish one room at a time. I used those pretty string lights from the Henry Puffer pack that I talk about every single time I make a build. I forgot to mention it last build, but I put that Baby Yoda little figurine in the last house just because I think he's so cute. So I think I'm gonna make a point to try and hide him some, well, maybe not hide, I'm gonna make a point about telling you where I put him, but I'm gonna quote unquote hide him in every build, and just like it'll just be a little Easter egg. I think I end up moving him from where he is just because of how much I play with the furniture, because I picked a yellow couch that I loved a lot, and there were not a lot of other yellow couches that matched or fit the location or anything, so yellow took me a hot minute. I played around with a lot of different ones, a lot of seasons, a lot of recolors, I even just put black and tried to put cushions on it, and I still didn't like it. Tiny Living has an armchair that was black and had like a yellow cushion. I thought, oh, that'll be great, I'll get the matching couch, and it's not. The seat cushion, like the big cushion, is blue, so that didn't work. Yeah, and some of the yellows are different too, so I had to find one that matched in style and in color, not only because it was yellow, but because it had to be the right yellow. And that university couch technically fits, it technically matches and fits, it just did the style. I didn't like the style and how I went with the couch, so here I find that Tiny Living chair with the yellow orangey pillow, and I think, oh, the Tiny Living couch is gonna be great, and then it's not. It lied. And I think I just kind of give up. I just put like a little bench there and call it a day. I don't remember why I picked that bench, but I did. And then I tried to put windows down. I think actually I try and center the window not to the wall but to the bench, which makes it a little weird when I tried to do it on the opposite side. And I think the windows were interesting. I do like what I did with the coffee table and the rug there, though. That is the university rug that comes in a bunch of different swatches that I forget that I love, but I love a lot. And I just got rid of that Baby Yoda. He'll come back later, and I put in a little airplane figurine, just because, my daddy's an aviator, and my boyfriend's going to school to be an aviator, so I like to put that little plane figurine in my builds sometimes, just, yeah, because I think it fits. I like it. I put a lot of art stuff in there. Oh my god, I really wanted to use that chalkboard, but the wood frame on the exterior really irritated me. I didn't want wood. It didn't match. And then I think I ended up picking that little tiny chalkboard with a wood frame anyway, so I could have gone with the other chalkboard, but I didn't. I committed to that one. And I finally got to put a pot rack in the kitchen, and then struggled to decorate the rest of it. I used a mixology bar as like a dining table island combination, because I felt like that area was empty. Like, it wasn't big enough for a dining room table, but it was too big to not have something in it. So that mixology bar really tied everything together. And I put down some Henry Puffer coffee bean stuff on the counter next to the teapot. I know that doesn't match, but I like to pretend it does. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I usually don't put coffee machines in my build, because I don't drink coffee. My Sims can't drink coffee. No, I'm just a nerd. I think the tea gives them special benefits, though. I don't know. So that's pretty much it for the front living room, dining room combination. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Put a little plant on the coffee table and called it a day. And then I moved into this extra little room. In the original build, well, first of all, in the original build, it's bigger. I made it smaller, but it's a kid's room. And I kind of, because I made it so small, and it's such a small house, I thought that it was probably just better for like 1 or 2 people to live in there, like maybe a young couple who, okay, maybe not young because this is an expensive house, but it just a couple starting out in their expensive tiny home. So I kind of made it into a studio, like an office slash art room slash, I think I put a guitar in there. We'll call it a music room. I don't know. I really liked that wallpaper that has the like black and white and probably yellow and orange specks. So where the front and dining room were yellow, the office was more of an orange theme, and I got to put down my cute little orange plant box with a candle, and there was just it was much easier, maybe because the room was smaller and I was looking for different items, but it was a lot easier to make this orange room. And so then that inspired, the front was yellow, the office was orange, so the obvious next step for the bedroom was gonna be red, which honestly is such a cool theme when you do black and white, because it's pretty standard not to usually think of yellow or orange like I did, but to go black, white, and red. So I had a lot of fun with the bedroom. I just, I had the same case of, oh no, I saw the empty wall, and I just put stuff up in that little hallway before I moved on to the pièce de résistance. Probably not, but that's what I called it. The red, black, and white bedroom. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do dark floors and light walls or dark walls and light floors. So I think I just kind of ignored it until I was able to fill in the furniture. The bed was surprisingly easy to pick. You saw that was the first one I put down. I was like, yep, it works. I think I played with different lights and side tables, especially after I put that dresser in, because then I started to evaluate, well, are those night tables do they really work? Do I need red ones or black ones? Because I can make both of them match. Which style do I want? It was a process. And I think I ended up doing, I did black nightstands with red accents. That way it wasn't too in your face, and still had that like modern theme. So I went with like a gray floor, so that I think I kept the white wall and just planned to decorate it with, all the colors and pretty rugs, because I love that rug in that color. It worked really well. And then I just played around with a lot of decorations. There is baby Yoda, and he will stay right there on the dresser. I'm pretty sure that's where he is at the end of the build. I don't know if I remove him and put him back, but so there's a baby Yoda, some like diploma scroll. I'm gonna say they're diplomas. I don't know, just kidding. I don't know why you would roll them up and put them in a container like that. So they're probably just scrolls. And then I put a little some leaning art. I love the art pieces that lean against the wall like that. I think they're so cool. I tried to take the base game one and shrink it down, but then the shadow was weird and I couldn't figure out how to fix it because it's supposed to be big. So then I just went with the custom content one I had. I don't know if I've linked them before. I will go back through my custom content and make sure I link that one. So then in the kitchen, I had wanted to incorporate some of these like architectural drawings and sketches of important buildings and the universities that they have in the game, but I couldn't figure out how to make them work in the kitchen, so I am doing that in the bedroom, and I think it worked really well. I like it. I've always loved those architectural drawings. I think just they're architectural, but they remind me of observational drawings. Oh my god, I can't talk. And I really enjoy doing those. And then I put some pop art painting on the wall behind it to make it not look so bland. I put that little like blanket basket in the corner and then fought with some mirrors just to see it like fill the corner. But that one wouldn't go in the corner and I loved it so much, so I ended up... It fits really nicely there. It fits that wall just so perfectly, and it's very flat, so it's not going to get in their way. So it stayed there, and I found something to put in the corner. I think I made like a little reading nook. Yeah, I did. So I put in the red tiny living chair. I put a little cactus on the nightstand. I was going to put a light in there, but they're not going to use it the way it should be, so I put a bookshelf. I don't think the bookshelf is usable, but there it is. I did it anyway. And then I think I reevaluated the outside. I don't know whether I do the roof first or the porch. I do the roof. So I don't do roofs very often, like ever. I usually just make those slanted ones and put cement on them and call it a day, and I'm like, ooh, modern. But I wanted to do something different for this build, especially because of that little nook in the front that you can't... That kind of roof is supposed to go on it, and I couldn't figure out how else to do it than in this way. And then it's not the best roof, but it works. I played with the like roundy concave versions, but I think it was just better straight. And what trim did I go with? I think black. I think that fit it best. I demolish it and try to go with my standard, but I'll go right back to it once I realize the nook doesn't work. And then I just made it super dark. I fixed the landscaping this time. And then actually I fixed the foundation because it didn't match. And then I decorate the porch. I tried to put a bike on there, but I had to be real with myself. If you put a bike somewhere like on a porch, or if you lay it out somewhere special, they're never gonna put it back. Or even worse, it won't be usable. So I bid my farewell to the bike and put a couple of chairs on there. I'm approaching the end of the build. I just decorated a little bit. I put a milk jug on the front porch because we used to have a milk jug on our front porch. My mom put her name on it, and I thought it was cute, so I like to put that in my builds sometimes. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you next time. Bye!